Welcome to Art is Dead, a podcast and clothing brand dedicated to celebrating art in all its forms. Join us as we explore creativity on every canvas. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Joey. Make sure you head over to our website, www.artistdeadthebrand.com, to get your merch. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and remember, always create. Peace, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Art is Dead.
My fault. I wasn't ready. You were supposed to tell me if it's like on five.
Like 1, 2, 3.
Like, and then like he's like, "What you talking about?" You know, I heard him say, "Bitch, I get through this episode."
Oh my God.
Are you ready? I'm gonna count down like that, and then I'm gonna start.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then.
Yeah, we're shooting the episode, bro.
See, you wasn't ready either. You know what I'm saying?
We're starting it.
You set him up.
You're not even in it. You're in an official episode now.
He is in it though, but
Don't
worry about it. I got you.
Don't look normal. I
I'll
gotta
be normal until he calls it out.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Art is Dead. I'm your boy Joey.
Javi. Pencil.
Salud.
Salud. Yeah,
We ain't doing
gotta
that. I don't know.
Fine. Don't wet my computer. So, we're back with another episode. We got a bunch of special guests on the show. So let's go around and introduce ourselves. We can start from Pencil side and go all the way around.
All right, Pencil, you already know it.
Weasel, aka Take One.
Lee, aka Square, aka Song.
Your boy Joey. Joey's home. You know what it is.
Gio, aka Go 5.
Javi, aka Trouble.
Oh, I thought it was.
I think you win. You're
good.
good.
JR, you know what it is.
All right, so Hobbs gonna start us off.
Gonna get right into it. So guys, what's heavier? 1,000 pounds of feathers or 1,000 pounds of rock?
And you could just jump in.
Are we
Don't.
talking like crack rock?
Whatever kind of rock you talking about, big dog.
For real.
You feel me?
Yo,
What's heavier?
What's up?
Well, regardless of what it is, it's still 1,000 pounds, so they're equal in amount.
Thank you. That's what I said.
You see, I hate those touches.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. The question is, what's heavier, 1,000 pounds of feathers or 1,000 pounds of rock?
I
It's
get
still
it.
1,000
I get it,
pounds.
dog. But like, I was really sitting here like thinking about like, are we talking ostrich feathers or some shit? You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you going
Yeah, ostrich feathers. You feel me?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, nah, see, all right, cool.
I still feel like rocks. I know, like, I get the whole, like, they're both 1,000 each. I understand that. They're both equal pounds, but I feel like it's just gonna, the rocks are just, when you go pick it up, the rocks are gonna feel like there's weight to it versus.
Right, but,
Well,
but what is the sentence?
Right, it's like some
Yeah.
water shit, right? Like water
wet.
Like, yo,
Water wet. We had this-
no. See, I seen that post. That was some stupid shit, right? Them motherfuckers.
We had that
No,
debate.
but
We
it's
had that
water
debate.
wet though.
Right, like you
That's
get some
different
heavy ass shit floating in water. Like how does that shit make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like you got fat motherfucker just sitting there floating
That's
in
it.
water. You know what I mean?
That's-
Like ain't he
Buoyancy is
supposed-
different. You feel me? Because with 1,000 pounds of feathers float, I don't think so. No, that bitch is sinking.
It's a big pillow.
Yeah.
Buoyancy is a big fucking word. See, we need to preface that shit too. Like, I don't like big words.
Nah, that's cool. This is Val. Go. Bring one of those chairs. Just pull up.
Let's go
You can be in the
around, go
background.
around. You good.
Be in the background. Different episode today, once again.
Dropping
Fun.
the episode. But that's my
Grab one
question.
of those chairs.
Like,
Where my daughter's at.
if you're on an electric scooter going 30 miles an hour, flat road, and a car's going 30 miles an hour, obviously that's not the max it can go. Like you're driving a Honda Civic, 2025, but you're going 30, which one's faster?
So which one's faster? The car. But which one's going faster? Neither, because they're going at 30.
Right. So when they just go at the same speed,
Yeah.
but if they go uphill, obviously the car is still going at 30 is going to be faster than the scooter.
Right.
Why?
But it all depends. No, because
They're still going at the same speed.
But
More
also
horsepower.
Holy shit.
No, it's not more.
No, it's not even that. See, like right now, no.
That's a different. That's
If we're going to be technical about it, they're still going the same motherfucking speed. It's just the other
Nah,
one
how
has
much-
more.
more
The other
wheel.
one has more shit to push it
But it
forward,
also
right?
has more wheels, so
Nah.
it's going to travel a lot faster. Like it's
As
gonna
the
move
e-scooter
if they're both if they're both going 30 miles
Don't
an
you
hour.
ever say that shit again in life, nigga.
Oh man.
going up
His-
the hill.
yo, on his-
it's gonna be
on
you
his
go-
fucking-
even if you're going 30, it's gonna feel like you're going 5.
Right.
On the
but
e-scooter,
I get that, but you're still doing like
Yeah, you're going the same miles per
speedometer is
hour.
still 30 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
It don't
yeah.
matter how much shit you got
It's
behind
just
you.
one is gonna.
Like that's just the math. Right?
So how y'all feel about Tom Brady's statue? Y'all feeling it?
I didn't get to see it.
You didn't see it yet?
I already got one.
It's cool.
I didn't get
I
to
liked
see
it. I thought it was dope.
See, I would rather see. I want to see it in person
Yeah.
because like the photos, like, it never does it any
It
justice.
don't.
So like you don't know how good it is or how much it resembles him until you are actually there.
It looked better
You know
than
what I mean?
D-Wade though.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say, this is
yeah,
better than
yeah,
all
that
the basketball
D-Wade
joints.
statue.
Way better than
That's
basketball
crazy.
joints that we're seeing.
I was like, this is decent compared to that.
I'm
You know,
I'm not sports.
You know what? I'm not even
I
gonna go
got
there
you.
because I was gonna. He's a
Man.
white guy. You feel me?
Here we
There's
go.
more crevices to get in there.
I find that kind of funny.
I
though.
get you. I get you.
Tom Brady got some Botox, but you feel me? It's just
Would you knock someone down on a wheelchair for 40 mil?
what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Going on.
Going.
knock him
Yeah.
down and ride the
Everybody's agreeing with
Oh
that?
hell yeah!
I'm knocking him down and I'm gonna pick him up and then put him back.
No, it's
I'll give him 10 mil.
Knock him down, pick him up, give him a
that.
cut of the money. Yeah.
Why?
Yo, that's
40 mil?
I'm like, yo, I got you, bro.
Yo, Doug. First, all right. So let's preface it.
Let's talk. Wait.
So
How
let's-
paralyzed we talking?
But let's preface
Like
this shit.
no body movement, like vegetable, just head, or like just legs, no
I'm just saying,
paralyzed.
like,
Repeat the
wheelchair.
question. You know him or do you not know
That's
him?
the question.
man.
Repeat the
No,
question.
or do not know Because him. if I don't, because
Would
if
you knock someone
I
down on a
don't know
wheelchair
him,
for 40 mil?
I ain't sticking
yeah.
around to say I'm
That's all.
sorry.
Where did the
out.
other shit come in?
Boom.
I'm just
saying
wondering.
Oh,
that.
all right. I'm like,
He's
damn,
getting
I
like
didn't
40
hear
mil.
that part. Fuck.
Yo, I
Like,
smack
does that
motherfuckers
change it for
less.
you? Like, if he's a
40
paraplegic, like he
mil?
only got his head, does that change everything for you?
It does
Bro.
if I see that.
That's
If I see it, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm saying,
oh, fuck, 40 mil?
Yeah, are you kicking him
I
over?
probably would still do it, but like, yo, I'm about to give you,
That's
I'm
what
about to
I'm
give you money.
My bad, bro. I got you, though. I got you.
like I promise. I gotta give you
he ain't
money.
getting
Now I got a funny story for y'all. So
Oh, man.
yo, Party. This is Party. Me and my boy, you know, we do music and shit. So me and my boy, his name's Party. We went out to this event to check out this show. So this dude in a wheelchair pulls up, like just kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't want to make fun of him, but we standing like like there's a little table or whatever. There's a big ass statue. So my man's Party puts his arm like this, and that shit said, bam on the head.
Oh, the guy
Did
in
it
the
break?
wheelchair?
Did it
Oh,
break?
so you asked
He
this
went to the
question.
hospital.
You asked this question.
Not because
you
of
guys have
that.
a lawsuit- You have a lawsuit pending. It was like, hey, how y'all feel about
Good thing
this?
I'm not saying his
Well,
real
guess
name. Nah,
what?
this was last year though. This was
So
last
listen,
year.
see, I
This was
think
last
I
year.
think
That shit
y'all,
was
I
crazy.
think y'all are
Yeah.
looking at this the wrong way.
Here we go.
No, seriously, right? Because you got to think about it. Like you got to be like I'm pretty sure the dude in the wheelchair want to be respected, right? So if the dude wasn't in a wheelchair, right, and you knocked his ass over, right, chances are, especially if you're a hood booker, you're gonna knock him over and then look at him, wait for him to say something, and keep it moving, right? So out of respect for the fact that he's, you know, male or female, he's a human being just like me, right? He just happens to be in a wheelchair. I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm just gonna knock him over. I'm gonna look at him. I might mumble, I'm getting 40 for this, and then walk away.
All right.
You know what I mean? That's how I receive it. Like, you gotta be,
Male, female. You heard that shit, right? I'm not bugging. All right.
you gotta be like fair, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then since y'all got this recorded, so I don't want no like it's weird because like we could already get in trouble for the wheelchair situation.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna get canceled because I didn't say like
I know, yeah.
you won't knock over a female, so I gotta.
yeah.
make
It's
sure,
all right.
like,
This dude say mad stuff. He hasn't got canceled yet. That he should have got canceled.
It's all fun and games. Nobody's doing it unless y'all really giving us 40 million.
Yo, y'all really hit someone in a wheelchair?
Bro, this
Y'all
is
really
no,
did
this
No,
is
not I.
This is a real topic on the internet. That's
Yeah,
why I
but
got
you
it.
just
The
said-
40 mil is the lawsuit.
Yeah,
they about to-
right. But that's what I'm saying. That really happened, right?
No,
Y'all?
that did not happen.
I just
Nope,
made that
I
up
don't know what
somebody
you're
that
talking
did that.
about.
Now
Whoever
that I
got hit in
think
that
about
wheelchair, y'all wasn't there.
I wasn't there at all.
That's wild.
I do
All right.
know somebody about that. That's going off record. I can't say that story. Go for it.
like I just really think about it. Like if a dude was in a wheelchair came up to him, just flake.
Oh, now
Are you really gonna walk away from him
Yeah.
because he's in a wheelchair?
You got to give him the hood point.
You just gotta give him.
You just been this dude, man.
Yeah.
This dude.
But if you walk away, he's gonna roll at you.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, shut the fuck up. He's always gonna be able to get rolled up on that
Fuck
dude.
you going?
Shit.
What if you got a blicky on him? Some of them do be having it.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
what's the next question?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got a bunch of graffiti artists,
Oh,
painters, music artists here. So we're just gonna be bouncing around with questions. So we can start anywhere. Anybody want to start with a question?
So, really, for the mural you have in the back, right? How do you guys feel like when you are collabing? Like, how do you guys go about who does what gets done first, or do you guys just attack it all at the same time and figure it out as you go?
We talk a lot of shit to each other.
Makes
And,
sense.
you know, it's just vibing out.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's behind us. Is just us coming up like, yo, let's just do this.
Right.
You know, one person says it, then we just decide what's gonna happen as it goes. You know what I mean? So it's all about enjoying the time, having fun, and talking shit to family, because that's what it is. That's what we are. You know? So.
Yeah. So, like, what about like when you guys are doing murals for like the city?
It's
Is
the
that-
same shit.
It's the
Yeah.
same shit.
Same shit.
It's
Tom.
the same shit.
The only difference
that's-
is we have a different person in the pot that we have to present the work to. Most of the time, the client we have to show the work to, and if they approve it, then we go and then we do our process of how we deal with each other.
Got you.
You know what I
But
mean?
on that same note, it's not like it's not that simple. Like
Yeah.
we've been around each other for a very long time,
Okay.
and like so I always have this conversation with some of the other homies that's in our group, and we always have this conversation of like we're surprised when we see other friendships don't function the way as ours do. So I you know, we have a unique set of friends that, you know, we're fortunate. Like, there are very few people that are friends with people for 20, 30 plus years. And so what you see is 20, 15, 30 years of work of how we work together. So there's like, when you're with people that know you, like really know you, like, or just like happen, like, yo, I was about to say some shit, and they're like, yeah, like no, we still gonna say, like, this is really his
Right.
shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so when whether we're failing or we're succeeding together, we're doing it together. We know how to do it together. So even at our failures, it looks like success.
Right.
But you know, you want to give a little history of what the GN crew is?
Like, how far history?
Just a quick
So-
synopsis.
Yeah, so GN Crew, Graf Nuts is a graffiti crew. We started in 1995. Al Days and Rob Resume are the founding members of the crew. And then the second wave was me, Odyssey, and Aware. And so you're talking about, I've been with these dudes since I was 15 on a graffiti tip, but like Odyssey's mom and my moms used to hang out when they were kids, and Aware's mom and my mom, and they're all from the same block. So we were we got like lineage history, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
we're all from, like, you know, back, you know, especially like if you're from Boston, like that Boston history, it's still like like we talk about, like I talk about black and brown getting down and stuff. Like, there's that history of like Latins coming over and like transplanting here. Like, that shit's still new for them to a certain extent, right? There's some neighborhoods that are still like,
I was gonna ask you because that is like a big topic right now about Boston culture. They don't say there's enough black and brown culture in Boston, or that we're not really here. And Boston gets labeled really like a white town.
Mhm.
But the true heart of Boston, as we all know, Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, yeah, but you have to include Southie and Charlestown and all that stuff. We're going back to like the early 80s, 90s. You know, nowadays, obviously, everything's changing and stuff like that, but there's a lot of rich black, brown culture, artists, painters, historians, politicians, you know, going back, and I feel like as a city, a major city, we get forgotten about a lot.
it's not that we get forgotten about, it's that we have, and let me bring it back to we and say I, right? Because there's going to be a lot of people that hear this and say, this isn't my story, right? Or this isn't
Right.
my perspective,
Yeah.
right? So, and I say this to my brothers all the time, like, especially in the graffiti culture or the graffiti world, like, there's a, you know, going back even further, there was a graffiti crew called ALA, African Latino Alliance. And it was black and brown, and we got down, right? And so there's always an argument about how we were like reverse racist and shit, and like, but that just exposed the divide between white and people of color. So, and I always say this, like, yo, I'm a real component of making sure that I tell my story, not somebody else. And so unfortunately, I think to a certain extent, and this, you know, there's other dynamics in terms of like society and systems and people in control systems, but I think to a certain extent, we don't make it a point to tell our story other than the stories that we've allowed people to say, like, yeah, that's our story, right?
Yeah.
So you look at, like, we talk about, like, you know, like, for instance, like, you know, a black man, and we own the tough guy aspect of being black and being from the hood, right? Or being from, but we don't own the geeky kid that's black, right? Like that kid that, like, if you go like
like Carlos growing up, you know
what I'm saying, like, yeah. So we don't own that as much, so we to a certain extent, we're allowing somebody else to tell only one side of the story. So when people go and represent Boston and talk about fucking the party and all that shit, right? Like, those movies get big because of those people that are telling that story, right? Like, you know, it's the same shit, like, you know, when you talk about, like, you know, Hollywood, right? Black Hollywood, right? Like, you know, you got people like Tyler Perry, who has his own production company, he's doing his own thing, he's making sure he tells that story.
Stand by while we run this quick ad. Make sure you check out our merch at www.artistdeadthebrand.com. And make sure you follow us at Artist Dead the Brand. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our page. Artist Dead. Create, die, live forever. Now back to the show.
Right?
Yeah.
The way he needs to tell it. So I think in terms of Boston, we need to look at that shit the same way. Like, make sure you get to tell your story, right? And even to the extent, like, you know, when you see someone, like, you see, you know, a brother, you know, brown or black, make sure, like, you let them know, like, yo, homie, I see you. Right?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, there's a great community out here. Like, just from, you know, who's sitting here, people we met over time. I grew up not an artist, but as a dancer, you know, Joey as a rapper, Pencil as always drawing. And if you really look at all the communities, they blend together in and out. You know what I mean? And it's so enriching that we get forgotten about. But like over this weekend, we had Red Bull here. We've done a lot of stuff to kind of get ourselves there. But I still think we're missing that like mainstream action.
You know what? I'll admit, what Wiso is saying and what you're saying is very true. And I'll admit, like, I might be part of the problem, because I always just thought, like, I was supposed to be quiet about a lot of shit I was doing. It didn't really matter what it was. Like, shit, I worked at Bodega for like 16 years.
Yeah, that's a staple too.
Right.
That's a staple.
It's gone now, but like, or at least here in Boston. But I felt like I met everybody in the city and from high school. Like, I already knew everybody, and I think that came from doing like traditional graffiti. I was just more like, yo, it ain't for the fame, I just do this, you know.
Right.
And I kept my mouth shut. But then later on, people were like, yo, man, I seen your artwork in this movie, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't say nothing. I still wouldn't say nothing.
His artwork was in the Equalizer movie.
And
you know that dude that had the sketchbook and shit? That's him.
Right, that whole book.
But I feel like our crew, like our younger crew, is like that. Like, we do mad shit, but we don't tell people.
We're not gonna tell nobody.
Because even Carol gets mad at me. You know what I mean? Like, I was telling you, I was in Martha Vineyard, and I was with the Blair Underwood at his crib painting. Like this week.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, I don't go online. I'm like, yo, right now. Like, we do dope shit, but we don't say it.
I think
because Randy's the same way.
I think because Boston has that crab and the bucket mentality for most pockets of people. Like, it's crazy to see how growing up, especially when we was growing up, it was definitely that. When you see someone coming up, someone's always trying to pull them down. I think pockets of people like us that help build each other and kind of like motivate each other.
That was
Like
my-
I'm not moving forward, but I see you here. Let me help you support,
Right,
because
yeah.
I know you're gonna turn around and pull.
That was
me
gonna be
up
my
and
next question. Like, how do you kind of change the narrative for the future? Because right now, like, really, it may be our time, but there's something after us. You know that, and that's
Right.
what the brand is about too.
Yeah.
Art is dead. It's not just about what's now; it's about what's after.
Right.
So let's celebrate both. And how can we celebrate both in the present time?
I did that with music because y'all know I do music and visual art. So when I met JR, it was through one of my students, and then me and him connected on a music level. And it was like me, like, yo, saying, helping him and pushing it, because I never had that support from like the dudes that's in the music industry out here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not gonna be that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Because you know us, we're always gonna get ours regardless. But I was like, I want to be able to help someone. You know what I'm saying? He can talk about it too, because I know he wants to shed some light on his
That's a
music
fact.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, when Joey found me, I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like he automatically seen the star in me, if I can explain it. Like, I ain't
He
even
sings and
know,
raps, by
feel
the
me?
way.
I ain't even believe in myself that much, but over time he was able to help get me shows. He was able to help put me in the studio. He was able to go on little tours, you feel me, and show me things and show me like, yo, there's more to life that you could do with all this music stuff. And my brothers and everything, they was also in the music world, but I ain't have nobody to, be able to help lead and teach me until Joey came around. So it's like, I'ma always be appreciative of bro, you feel me? For
And then
real.
most artists get taken advantage, right? Like JR never had to pay for anything.
For
Most
real.
I know me coming up, I had to pay for shows. Even artists like, yo, you want to open up for me? This is how much you got to pay, right? Like things like that. So
but you also got to give yourself the flowers, right? In that sense, because
time,
I
yeah,
think like
bro.
there's a part of that conversation. So like the whole crab in the barrel
Yep.
bucket conversation. Like I like to play the advocate, but I push against it too, as labeling as a Boston thing, because when you put your work in, right? So like, I use the crew as a very specific case. Like, so we've been fortunate enough to curate spaces, right? Not only just go and paint, but when we have spaces like, we painted at Peters Park. We remember like with the LA crew, and we got to paint there. And, we paint there and we curated it. And if you didn't follow a certain rule or code, we pushed against that, right? And so, in one aspect, it's like, yo, why aren't you letting me get out there and hold it down? But on that same note, like, yo, we put in this work for this space. And then came for that was Boston Clutch Works, right? And so, we curated that space. We handled that. Like, when people went around and tagged on the neighbors' fences of that area, like, we regulated that, right? And it's like, yo, with graffiti writers, why are you hating on that? Nah, because there's a certain code and an ethic. Like, if you're coming around to admire the shit that we're putting out, and then you go and blow up the spot, they gonna complain to the owner, and now we got to deal with that fall off, right? So once again, in their eyes, it's crab in the bucket. But now, what it is you get to a certain point, and you put a certain amount of work in, that you have to make sure that that work is protected, right? The where I give you your flowers is you. In this particular scenario, is you were fortunate enough you have this sense to know that this person was the right person to put your energy into, right? And your energy into that. So when I talk about like the G and crew, and like for anybody that don't really understand what a graffiti crew is, it's a bunch of dudes that rep the same crew, right? The same crew name, and it's loose, right? Like you get loose, like you think of like in the rap side of the G unit, right? And so you got the dudes that are like down forever, like Tony Yayo, and then you got the game, right?
yeah.
But that's not our crew. Everyone in our crew is a Tony Yayo type of personality, right? And so we were fortunate enough to understand that and see that in each other. And like when people ask you, how do I get down with the crew? It's like, you don't get down. You are down, right? We just at some point say, oh yeah, you're a member, but that's also why we haven't put down a new member in
Yeah, that's true.
fucking 9 years, 10 years, right? So
2014 was when I got there.
So 11 years, right? 11 years now.
So, quick
giving you your
question.
flowers.
Like, I know you guys do murals around the city and stuff like that. And as obviously there's other graffiti artists and other graffiti groups around Massachusetts and Boston. Obviously, they respect your tag and stuff like that, so they don't do it. But how do you guys keep doing that? Or how do you guys break that gate to get to that next level for, like, future artists?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry. One more time. I got my ADD kicked in. Go ahead.
No, how do you break that barrier to then get to that next level for any future artists? Like, you guys are doing a bunch of murals around the city. It's respected from other graffiti crews. No one disrespects it. Even, like, I know I drive by it and I see it sometime, and I kind of, like, I take a second, I look at it, because I'm like, damn, I know who did that, and I know what it represents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you break that barrier for the next younger group, as we're talking about Joey?
How is a younger person or a new
Yeah,
person
how can you break that barrier? What's your advice to them? Like, how can they get through?
I'll say I've learned that each individual is different. So it's kind of like, you know, and in graph, you got different categories of a writer. You know what I mean? So you'll have someone that's like a bomber, and then you'll have someone that likes doing pieces, and then you have people that really like doing production work. You know, like, it's to each his own. But funny enough, like, you kind of have to go through all those levels anyhow to
figure out which
lane you're gonna get into. For me, I tried all of it. You know what I mean? And funny enough, me doing hand styles or whatever is what people know me for. And in my mind, that's like the last thing that I would ever really want to get known for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do more intricate detail work. You know what I mean? Like, not that I don't care, but yeah, I'd rather do way more like heavy duty detail work than just like tagging most of the time. But to each his own, I guess. You know, like, there's certain writers I know that just straight up bomb, and they're like, they be killing it. Like, one dude, he kills it so much. He rocks stuff from out in Boston all the way to Rhode Island and even further. And I see his stuff. When I talk to him, I'm like, bro, I saw you all the way out here. And he was like, yeah, like, you know, keeping it real. I'm like, damn, I wasn't doing that. Like, I didn't have to go that fucking hard.
Yes,
but,
sure.
you know,
Let me interrupt only because for the people that don't know about graffiti culture and all that, like, what's the difference between bomb and production and all that?
Okay.
So that way, there's just a quick synopsis.
Someone that does bombing, they just tag up everything with, like, throw up or bubble letters, you could say, and it's on, like, it's not really, like, properly done. It's not.
You can see it on the highway. You know,
right,
most of the time you can see it on the highway.
It's more akin to what you would like just have this conversation.
Quick, fast, I gotta get in.
You see it on the train.
Definition of bomb, like bomb, in, out, let's go. Because if guys, we don't promote this. It's illegal. You know, make sure you like, subscribe at the channel below. Artist dead, but again, don't bomb. If you do it on paper.
Yo, I'll be honest. Like, it's kind of like, it's crazy for me to say, like, I've been writing for this long now. I'm like, damn, like, time really be moving. But the truth is, there's some people I know who started. They got started, and they had in my opinion, I felt like they were already the next generation of, like, fire, and then they got bopped. But then they stopped. You know, like, sometimes I'm like, damn, like, if you could have still kind of did your thing, just in a different lane. You didn't have to stop completely, but that happens too. You know, it's to each his own. For them, it's
killing the vibe.
Right, it's to each his own.
Even though we're like, yo, keep it going.
Yeah, keep doing it. You don't have to keep bombing. I mean, you know what I mean?
Like you said, there's other ways.
But like, so all right, so let's make I want to throw some distinctions out there too, right? Because you talked about murals. Murals and graffiti are two different things, right? I always have this conversation, like, murals, I do street art, right? That's street art.
Oh, I hate that you say that.
But it's true. But then I'm you know,
but I get it.
My discipline is graffiti, and so, like, as a graffiti writer, and I keep it a buck, like, I can't say I do graffiti if I'm not doing the shit that I came up doing graffiti, bombing and tagging out on the street, right? So I still practice the art of graffiti in terms of doing letters and letter forms, because that's what graffiti is. Graffiti is the practice of the art, the letter form, right? It's street calligraphy. And I don't even want to dumb that down.
Yo, it's like you felt that.
I saw that.
Let me bring that back. Like, but you know, like, for those, like, sometimes you got to give people that, like, that aren't part of the culture, that little tidbit to, like, I get it. But even though you got that connection, it's really not that, right? So to be, if you come to me and you're like, yo, I want to be a graffiti writer, right? The conversation is you gotta keep it a buck. And you gotta be about that life, right? So
you know, and I always find it kind of funny when cats find graffiti in their 20s and want to be a graffiti writer.
Nah, you gotta be doing it earlier than that.
Like that. Like when I came up, you started young. Yeah. So that's one of the ways you find out if they got that long term, right? They get caught. They're like, this wasn't for me, right? Like if I got caught up and I got put in fucking county for a day, right? And then I realized, like, this life ain't for me, not going straight and narrow, right? Like, it's the same conversation. I'm mad at you. You figure it out. Go to school, get your degree.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So it's the same thing. Now,
but you're still speaking on a level of tradition. I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, yeah. So
which is,
you're right.
Yeah.
But
you learn from a friend. You learn like directly from a crewmate or a friend to like put you on to let you learn some stuff. I feel bad for the newer gen.
I was just about to
they're gonna
ask.
go on YouTube and be like, oh yeah, well I know what this is, and I'll be like, that's not it.
Yeah. So
it's different nowadays.
Like that with
how
music too,
do you feel about
Right,
that?
it's the
Like
same
with
way, bro.
AI, YouTube,
It's the
kids
same
nowadays,
way.
they don't have the same feel, the same touch. Like,
Right.
I understand that what once again, like I'm in control of my story, right? And so right now I'm here to tell my story, right? But I also understand that what I put out in the world, right, at the end of it, it's no longer just mine, right? It belongs to the world. And how the world takes it back and throws it back out is very important. And I think that's where you have those weird conversations about appropriation and stuff like that, right? So for me, it's about intent, right? Like I always have this argument with some of my brothers about what graffiti is and where it came from. And like for me, graffiti's graffiti. Don't fucking use that educational side and say it's hieroglyphics and it came from this shit. No, graffiti's graffiti. The motherfucker that wanted to do it, he came up, he was like, yo, I just want to put my tag here. Fucking Tito was here, Taki was here, and that's it. That's graffiti, right? That's where it started, right? That's the intent. So if you're gonna go out and you're gonna do graffiti, that's the intent. You go out, you do murals, it's a little different.
I respect that.
Right? And so to answer your question early on, and I know I talked a lot, so motherfuckers need to cut me off.
You good?
Yeah, I got a question. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but Rick, see, that's what I'm talking about. But you know, at the end of it,
I'm
I
gonna
only
tell your
heard the word
story.
bitch, right? Watch out, though. Like,
My bad.
for murals, there is no one formula. For being a muralist, there is no one formula. There's situations. But the one thing that I say is what we were fortunate as if we had different layers of it, right? So in terms of like one of Gio's first large scale murals, right, in Peters Park, his shit was he ain't had no fear in going for it.
Right.
His shit is like, fuck it, I'll go for it. We weren't prepared for that shit by any fucking means. You know what I'm saying? Like I had an idea of what was going to happen, right? And like he wasn't prepared for it. And fortunately enough for him, I was an organizational cat, right? And then we have our brothers that are really good at the social side of things, right? So like when we're fucking Voltron, like we're Voltron in that sense, right? So for someone new, right, they might not have all of those qualities in one shot if they're doing it on their own. So we were fortunate to do it as a crew and build up from there.
I think the best advice for someone coming into whether it's graffiti or the art form, like just creating street art, graffiti writers, I would always tell them, like, find someone who's been doing it for a while so you understand the proper channels or the proper steps needed to take to do it. Like, you don't put like a throw up over a production. Like, there's certain steps that you need to learn the proper way of taking, and that's something I learned from these brothers on how to properly clean out the space before you paint it. Don't leave people like hanging. As you know, those type of things are very needed. Otherwise, it creates tension and beef. With street art, it's a lot more loose in a sense. You know what I mean? But there's still channels that we take within each other. So what I would always say is find someone who's been doing it for a while so that you can learn, right? And see if you vibe with them. If you don't vibe, find someone else that can actually teach you. Because like
Find the right home.
right. But there's a lot of writers who have started who have come around us and they was like, you want to learn how to make some money with this? And then help them evolve into something else, you know what I mean? Which is always dope to see people who come up behind us and like...
We definitely don't gatekeep.
Right.
But I think...
I'm big on that. I know other motherfuckers
Oh,
that like to gatekeep. they
That's
they
not-
got past traumas. You know,
That's different. That's a
I
different
believe in
perspective.
therapy. You should definitely seek it out for gatekeepers. But I'm just gonna end off
I
with.
can explain that to y'all. He's new to this, so like, it's totally different. Jaron knows how it is. In the
Nah.
music. Like, I had a
No,
whole
I know
experience
you always
for
have your
everything.
select
That's
few
a
that
difference.
you want.
That's what I'm saying. That's that whole crab in the barrel shit,
No,
right?
but I'm
You're
not.
saying crab in the barrel.
So here, let me
I got
explain
you,
it real
I got you,
quick.
I got you.
Yeah, I got you though.
And I'm
explain
telling you,
it.
like,
I got
nah,
you. Go
what
ahead.
you're saying is like, nah, I know who's the right person to give that information.
Thank
to.
you. Thank you. There
Right.
we go.
I'm not-
Thank you.
Well,
That's
look,
exactly what I feel.
let me-
I feel.
let me-
feel you.
No. Let me
Because
just.
I'm a teacher at the end of the day, and I work with young people.
Yo, you really
JR.
got him
I
upset.
know JR since he was 14. Are you serious? You saying I didn't
You
give him
really
all the
got him
game?
upset.
No.
Let's square this out.
Let me just point this out. Anyone that ever asked me, like, oh, I want to know about graffiti, I always give them these two things to check out. First, I tell them to watch Style Wars. I tell them to watch
yeah,
that first.
classic, yeah.
If they don't watch that, or they watch it and don't have anything to say to me afterwards, I respectfully be like, I'm not saying shit to them afterwards. I leave it alone. After that, if they want to talk to me later and like, yo, I watched this, I resonate with this person, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. And then I'll be like, yo, you should check out the FX video. So, and that's OG shit. Like for me, that was, you want to be a writer and make some money, possibly. The FX tape set it off for me. And then I got to realize like, oh shit, like there's people in my city who do that. But mind you, I'm like 14, 15. Learning that, So then I'm like, oh shit, like that's right. You gotta I'm like, yo, I went for what? I just turned 39 like last week. So now I'm like, yo, like this shit is it's crazy now. You know what I mean? Like, but I really do feel like I can show that to someone and just see what they're gonna do. I don't really want to have to tell them like, oh, hey, if you don't do this or don't do this afterwards, I leave that in their court. You know what I mean? And it's funny to hear Weso say, like, no, I consider myself street artist, because in my mind, I'm like, nah, bro, like, you way more than, you know what I mean? Well,
I do street art.
I don't like that. You
I'm
see,
a
like, I don't like hearing him say that shit. I don't like that
If
shit.
you would have talked to him 5 years ago, he'd have been, I'm a graffiti writer. I don't do that shit.
Right.
I'm not an
But-
artist. I don't do that shit.
But what was our argument every time you want to do some shit? I'm like, yo, can we throw some letters in there, dog? Like, why we got to do this corny artsy shit?
All right, my last question. My last question.
It's a mixed
I got
bag.
one
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
one question to end
My
it.
last question,
That's where
before
it gotta go
Joey's,
soon.
is do y'all feel like because y'all work as a group and letting Gio in, you need that I don't give a fuck person, compared to you also need the perfectionist on this hand, very detail oriented person on the other hand, to make something like this work.
No, I don't think, like, I love Gio, but I think we necessarily need him? No. But on that same note, does he necessarily, no, because it's real, does he necessarily need me? Gio, how many times have I said to you, like, yo,
Go do the job.
do you like, you don't need me to go where you're at. You chose to have me, right?
Yeah.
And I always say this to all my brothers. I'm like, yo, and I said this from the get. I'm like, dog, do you get to where you need to go? If I'm not ready to go with you, that's cool. Just don't forget who the fuck you was. And when you're there, and I'm like, yo, I'm ready, you go and be like, nah, fuck that, right? Like, nah. And I think that goes back to, like, I want to bring it back to, like, again, the mural thing. Like, we're overcomplicating this shit. Like, you know, and I say this as me being a heterosexual man, right? Like, nah, real talk, 'cause I don't want nobody to be upset. Like,
I
yo,
know why you said it, but
like,
you good, bro. You
gotta
good.
I grew up on some man shit. Like, I didn't, like, when I didn't need, like, I tell people this, because actually an OG came to me one time, and OG, I love the dude, Click, he's like, as a graffiti artist, he's like one of our pinnacles, right? And he was like, yo, who did you look up to doing graffiti? And I said, nobody. I did that shit myself. I went and I tagged, and I go, and I went on the block, and someone went over my shit. I didn't know that he wasn't supposed to, he was supposed to go around some shit. I found out who it was. Like, yo, why the fuck you go over me?
Yeah.
Like, respect me. I'm a respect. That's just some grown man shit, right? That's some man shit. So, same way you in the hood, right? There's like, yo, there's what's up, and there's yo, what's up, right? Like, facts, right?
Just like any artist, music, rapper.
Right,
If you
so-
go over my beat and you didn't ask me for the rights, bro.
So,
what
like,
you doing?
let's not overcomplicate this
Yeah.
shit too. There's some grown man shit. You should know, if you in a fucking room full of suits and they got money, you ain't gonna be on some old, nah, my ninja and all that crazy shit. Like you gonna, put on your suit and tie so you can get the bread. Like don't be stupid.
Yeah.
So my fault. I'm
No, that
done.
makes sense.
All right, I'm gonna end the last question.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Do you guys enjoy the process or the final work? And we can start with JR.
Do I enjoy
Vel, we're gonna have you on the next episode.
the
We'll start with
process or the
JR.
final word?
Yeah, do you like the process, like creating the music, or do you like the final? Or do you like when you drop the record or performing? What do you enjoy more?
I think I like the process, to be honest, because whenever I get to the final work, I'll be like, alright, I've completed it. You feel me? This is what I aimed for. Now what's next? Like, that's just how I am. So I tend to enjoy the process more and live while I'm in it and creating the art. So that's just me.
We can go around because you was a dancer. So.
Nah, I'm gonna. It's not even just like dance or music, just really with anything. You feel me? I think a majority of us are going to say the process, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When you get to step back and fully embrace it as an artist, whether it's watching it, hearing it, seeing it, it's a beautiful piece of art right there. So I'm gonna say the final piece.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
real.
question.
That's real.
I think for me it's a little bit of both.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like
The reason for
You can only pick one, dog. One or the other.
I'm gonna be always, always. This is the reason why, right?
That's hilarious.
Because when I produce, the work that we do is usually with my brothers, right? So that's where our stories come from. That's where our relationship starts to build and get stronger, whether we're fighting, arguing, talking shit, or just creating. We don't need to talk when we're painting.
Yeah.
I can literally move away. He can pick up the space where I was, and you can't tell who painted.
Right.
Because we flow so well together, right? But I also like the final product because a lot of times I'll go to the spaces where we painted and hear people talking about the work that we just did. Because when we walk away from the walls, it's not for us, it's for the community. And to see the community enjoy it and coming up with stories, or even the kids saying, yo, I helped paint that. Because a lot of times we'll give them the can, like, yo, come in, let's rock. It's a dope feeling to kind of see and experience and add to the story of the process.
But if you had to choose one. If you had to choose
The process.
Yeah.
Because those are the stories. Those are the stories that we tell
Right.
later on.
When it comes down to it, though, you
Right.
both one.
Yeah.
So for me,
Bitch.
me being a visual artist, I'm gonna say the process. But me being a manager for JR, I get to see the process and the final. So when I'm I'm on the outside, no, I'm gonna pick. I'm just speaking about the music side because we talked about our art a lot. So me sitting back as a manager and seeing them on stage, hearing people, I get texts all the time like, yo, da 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 da. You get what I'm saying? I love that because I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying, his growth. And sometimes I tell him, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they go and tell him, you know what I'm saying, in his DMs or whatever. So like, it's just good to step back and see like his final work, you know what I'm saying, besides the process. So for me, it'd be process. For me with him, it's like the final, right? Even though I know the process, but the final. So
That's pretty good.
we don't think about these things as an artist.
Right. I mean, well, I get where you're coming from, because I think I do like the process a lot. Only because when the end result comes, someone might come up and be like, "Yo, I seen how you did this highlight section over here. How'd you do that?" And then I'd be like, "Damn, I don't know." Because of that.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Right.
Yo,
That's what I love about you.
that's the real thing.
You're low key arrogant.
Right, yo, that was a flaunt. That was a flaunt.
That was
No,
a
but
low-key
that's a
arrogant
flaunt.
shit.
That was a
Like,
flaunt.
No,
That's
but
real
I mean it,
respectable.
though.
Well, respectable.
But you post a lot of your process online,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
not
You
even
look
your
back and be
final.
like, God
You don't
damn.
post your final. It's always your process, bro.
It'd be me having fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make when I used to do production, I'll make a beat.
Yep.
And I'll send it out. I'll be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'll
He
be
makes
like,
beats,
"Oh,
by
I
the
don't
way.
know."
He's low key, like quiet with that.
But I couldn't. I could tell you what record, but then I would be like, "Yo, I honestly don't even know what I." You know what I mean? But I pitched it down. I sped it. I don't know that. But other than that, I'll be like, "Damn, maybe it was." I don't know what it was. But I think the process. I do like the end result too.
Of course.
But I think the process still comes back, because I'll look at some shit. Yo, when we did the Greenway, I look at the
Y'all looked at the
Y'all know
numbers
that
y'all
one.
did.
You know the girl in like
I
South
was
Station,
bugging one
the
day. I
big
was staring
radio.
at that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's dumb.
I was
Dumb.
like, how
they did
the
it.
fuck y'all
Yeah, they
do
did that.
That's fine. Like all the time.
That's the
on
first
phone.
thing
I was
like,
there
drop
with
the
y'all,
station.
but
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
was like, I don't remember how.
You see what I'm
we
saying? So
did
when you get to
that.
really step back and look at it,
You know what I mean? I was like, oh,
time
shit.
and time.
But you
and
think
time
about the
again.
process every time you look at the final.
Right.
No lie. Like, because me
Right.
with music and art.
Right. Because I just said to him, I was like, yo, I was up on the lift with y'all while we were doing the numbers on the boombox.
Nostalgia.
And, right. But I'm like, oh, shit, I don't know.
You old as fuck.
I don't remember how we did that. Yeah.
Damn. No, I'm playing.
Facts. No, it's true though. It's true though, because a lot of the time, like, here's the thing: a newer generation's gonna come along, and then I realize too, like, even when you're saying, like, oh, he's arrogant, the truth is, it's gonna happen to them too.
Oh yeah.
You know, if they really, you see, I'm already splitting a hierarchy. If they care about it, you know what I mean? But like, the truth is, like, you know, once they do it, they're gonna get to that same sense. You're like, damn, I really don't know how I came up with that. You ask Lil Wayne, like, how did you come up with this song?
He don't know.
He don't know.
Oh,
He was drunk
y'all
on
see this?
cereal.
No, you see the clips?
He's on cereal.
He be like,
That's
damn, who
why.
wrote that? They be like, you.
That's
He be like,
you.
oh shit. Oh shit.
But that's
I
a
wrote
whole
that.
different
They're
other
like, yeah.
topic.
Right,
Because it's
right.
like what you're saying it's way different. I'm not even gonna bring it up because that's gonna spark a whole other
Yeah, but
conversation.
you two gotta talk about what
Nah,
you're thinking.
no, that's later.
Yeah,
like we gotta save that one.
Yeah, for me it's the process. I think like so there's a bunch of shit that we did together and I can't fucking stand. And it's part of it's because of how we got there.
That's true.
Like I can't put one thing on there. I can, but I'm to someone who's not part of our crew is going to look at some shit and be like that was dope. Like I can sit there and say that shit was whack because I know what we're capable of, right? But everybody else is going to be like that's dope. But like I don't, and I said this all the time, like I don't care to do the mural shit. The minute they don't do it, I'm not going to want to do it no more. And I think that's because I covet the process, I covet that, and and then once again, it's the intention, right? So like, right, if you know, like if some dude puts a fucking dot on a canvas, right, and he wants to explain his whole fucking process, and wants to sit there and, oh yeah, I respect it. Nah, you fucking liars. Your fucking intent. You know what I mean? Like, so the process and the, so to complicate it, it's the intention that I care about. No, it's the process.
Pencil.
For me, it's the process for sure. It's always, you got challenges, you're trying to figure it out. That's the dope part. And then, like, the backside is like, when you get to the product, I know for me, I'm always staring at it. Like, even if I post it online, whatever it is, I'm always staring at it. Like, I could stare at it for like 10 minutes and just be like, ooh, I messed that line up. I messed this up. And we're all our
do that
biggest
damn shit
critics.
too.
Yeah, you do it all the time.
So,
I'm like, this
Gio said
dickhead. That
something.
means he likes it. Like,
No,
when he does it-
I'm gonna be honest. We do it more with each other because we're around each other. a lot.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not talking shit, is because I don't respect you.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
You know what I mean? And if I don't care and I don't say anything, it's like this shit can be whack as hell. If I don't say anything, because I don't have no respect for you.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit.
There's a
and-
lot of
Yeah.
motherfuckers going to be like playing hearing this shit. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
But
Yo,
there's
Gio, they
times,
say shit
there's
to me.
times that I'm coming at you and I'm like, yo, move that line this way, do this, because I can see the shit that you messed up on because you
Yeah.
might be too close. And at the end of the day, you're representing us. You know what I mean? Because we rock with each other. And if you
Exactly.
look bad and I didn't say anything, we
Yeah.
all look bad. You
But
know
see,
what I mean?
like, and it's, yeah, we could all talk shit like, I hate this
Your
guy.
shit
Like,
is
he's been
crooked all
saying
the
this since
time,
like
though.
I was 14, which is fine. But then there's the flip side of that where, like, I could be like, fuck you after you say that.
Yeah,
but
pretty
then I look at him like, damn, he's fucking right. Now I gotta go fix it.
Right.
And it's really that whole, like, sometimes, I know for me as an artist, sometimes we get lazy. And I'm like, I just want the shit to be over with. And I don't care, whatever. I know people gonna like it. But then it's like, if you call it out, then it's like, damn, now I really gotta fix it. Or next time, like I always think about the turtle when you was like, yo, we can't see the left side. I love that turtle I drew, and a lot of people love it. But then you like, yo, there's no arm on the other side.
And now it's in your head.
And now it's in my head when I do stuff where it's like, all right, now it's mentally there now because I know what you said, whether I like it or not. I still gotta.
That happens with me
present
in
it.
music when I send JR, like, nah, bro, you can come harder than that.
Yeah,
And
like-
I'm like, yo, I love that. You know what I mean? Because I'm
You
like,
gotta
yo,
push each other, and that's
you
why
know.
that circle helps you out.
Big pause.
I just honestly before we get to major pause, Diddy just got out. Relax. Did he really? I don't know.
Make them stop.
Don't listen
I've
to
been in it.
Like, honestly, don't listen to nothing I say. Honestly. Before we get to the end quote and let Joey finish this off, is y'all talk from a true artist perspective, and I think in everybody's own craft, whether it be music, dance, graffiti, or actual painting, there's everything different, right? You're gonna always appreciate the process, even in sports. But for storytellers, who's a different form of art, they need your story to tell. So the finished product is what they're looking for.
You know what? That's
So then I go into the ending quote, which is art is not what you
You
see,
can disagree.
but what you make
He ain't
others
gonna
see.
stop. He ain't gonna
Listen,
stop.
they gonna edit that shit out.
Nah, we not.
Everything
That I
stays.
disagree and
Nah,
shit.
everything stays.
Nah,
Everything
not mad at
stays.
that.
So the ending quote, hold on.
disagree all the
It goes
time.
into ending quote. Art is not what you see, but what you make others see. By Edgar D.
How you
Guy.
feel about that?
That's actually
How you feel about that?
That's saying. I think that's a fucking real educational way of saying some stupid shit.
I respect it. I respect it.
Like, yo,
I respect it. I live off that shit.
Once again, that's another episode of Artist Dead. I'm your boy Joey.
Hobby.
Your boy Pencil.
Yeah.
We out, y'all.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
beat
crew. Shout yourself out.
we're the
Tell them where to
fucking,
find you.
we're the guests and we
Yo.
don't get to say
I
peace
ain't
and
like, you
shit.
didn't say, tell them where to find you. Let's go
Go
around.
for it. Go for it.
Yo, Artist Dead. Tell them where to find you at.
Like my Instagram?
Yeah, everything.
It's like,
Wherever
follow
you want them to look for
Yeah,
you.
whatever you want to
Look
find
for
them.
me at Go5.
Go ahead, Square.
Pornhub.
Square.com on Instagram.
Wait, real quick. Square throws live art, drawing events. Let me mention that real quick. Go ahead,
Yes.
tell them.
Seaport Sketch every other Tuesday with Side Presents. Make sure you follow and we'll always like put everything
That's public.
up. Yeah.
That's
Free,
public.
free
Yeah.
event, too.
free.
Yo,
Anybody can come.
if you want, it's a good date night. Bring shorty
That's a fact.
Yes.
or whatever
Yeah.
you're into. You
Yes.
feel me?
That's
Come
right.
out, paint.
Yeah.
Special guest painters
Yeah.
coming soon.
Just don't be mad if you
Look
walk
at
away
Square.
with
We got this. We out of here. Link and subscribe in the bio.
Wait, yo,
Oh my
why you doing this?
Well,
Every
he
episode.
kind of dismissed it. So I'm Gio and I'm Go5 at Go5 Instagram.
It's your boy BMLJR. You can follow me on all socials, so you know what it is.
That's what it is. Artist Dead. We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Later.